So coming to the end, this is the team which is the fascinating in ICC champion. It's like a Newton's theory. कि न्यूटन के सर पे एप्पल गिरा उसको लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स का निर्माण हुआ. इस टीम के ऊपर पता नहीं 1999 के सेमीफाइनल में क्या गिरा. ये टीम जीतना भूल गई. एंड इंसिडेंटली दिस टीम is the winner of the first ever ICC
Sí, sí.
Champions Trophy held in 1998, which was called as Mini World Cup during that time.
Hmm.
Yes, everyone knows the team with the C10, that's Team South Africa.
South
So,
Africa.
Sir Temba Bavuma, South African skipper, he has taken his team. Yes, we need more controversial that he won 7 tests on trot and go into the championship final. Seven test of the, that's not another day to discuss. But South African team, yes, they lost badly to Pakistan, 352 record run chase in the try series, but still they were without their major players. Their major players were just landing playing the SAT20, and but they were without the major players like Rabada, Jansen, Eden Markram, David Miller. So South Africa, even though they were major, without the major, they made 350 versus Pakistan. So South Africa, and in the past few tournaments, they have breached their that mental issue that they are not, they are going beyond semis, they are at least reaching the finals. Losing there, of course, remains intact, but they are at least going to the finals. So what do you make of South Africa in this ICC Champions Trophy? Well,
Like,
I think they have good chance to reach the semi-finals yet, Adin.
yes, they have the chance. 1998. So the first ICC Champions Trophy, like it was a mini World Cup. It was said they're the winners. Like not many know. Like the current, the we often say South Africa is a chokers team because they don't pick at the perfect time. Like I'll give you example. T20 World Cup 2024 final. Last 30 balls, they required 30 runs to win. There was four wickets were down, but still they couldn't score that 30 runs and win the ICC Champions T20 World Cup 2024. They don't have what to go. There's a massive barrier, mental barrier, I would say. They don't perform well in the knockout matches. Even in 2023 ODI World Cup against Australia, Mitchell Stark and Pat Cummins won the game for Australia. Like last two wickets were only remaining, but they couldn't take those wickets. Temba Bavuma has been given responsibility, shown faith in the white ball in the ODI setup as well. They have lost like almost every ODI series since 2023 ODI World Cup. They lost against India by 2-1. There was a batting collapse in the second ODI as well. They recently lost against South of Pakistan as well by 3. So their first ever whitewash in their homeland, South Africa. Their players availability issue is also there if you look at South Africa because David Miller, Klaassen, the likes of Eden Marker, Marco Jansen, they are playing leagues and then all of a sudden they are playing into the national setup. The team is not gelling. They aren't performing well. Like even in this Pakistan crisis, they lost two matches. They have got the Mr. Consistent, I would say, little bit. Eden Markram is there. They have got Rand Rickelton, Matthew Bretsky also breached a very huge record. Desmond Haynes, West Indies cricketer, like he had scored 148 runs if I'm not wrong, and Bretsky had scored more than 150 runs, highest runs on ODI debut. They have the talent, they have the players, but they aren't playing cricket on a regular basis. A white ball cricket team is not playing together. They lost so badly in the T20 series against India, also in South Africa. Like they weren't reading the googlies, the off spinners, leg spinners. South Africa, as usual. But I am very happy they have brought in Rassi van der Dussen in the team. Rassi van der Dussen had a brilliant run in the SA20 League for MI Cape Town. MI Cape Town won that tournament as well. He scored more than 300 runs in that tournament. Recipe is in the middle order. He can definitely put the breaks and score boundaries as well for the team. South Africa, see, they have got Rabada, they have got Lungi Nigiri. Notke has been ruled out of the tournament due to the toe injury. They have the fast bowlers. They have the unit. It's about picking at the perfect time. South Africa,
Yes,
even
sir.
in yeah, I would like to say one more thing. Even in 2017 Champions Trophy, AB de Villiers was the captain in that tournament. But India or South Africa game, there was a huge mix-up between Faf and AB de Villiers. Like two star players, even in that era, they were one of the greatest players of South Africa. So they couldn't just score good runs there. And the bowlers also didn't perform. They lost against Pakistan. They lost against India, and it was like they same, they have the players, they have the technique, they have the passion, but when it comes to performing on crucial big stages, they just collapse.
Yes, sir. It's like very much concerning for South Africa. As you were speaking, I was noting down some point. Major problem with South Africa, which I also feel, is the injury concern because Andrit Norte, he has a long list of injuries to his name. First was named for Champions Trophy, but then he got an injury. David Miller, he was limbs. We know he is Mr. We call him Killer Miller, but he was seen limping during the Pal Royals match. Then we have the injury concerns and also the spinners Tesho Maharaj and Tabrez Samshi, which we called them as the most experienced spinners. They were not that effective on the Pakistan pitches. So South Africa in the bowling and their replacement for fast bowlers has also not shown him. With the Corbin Bosch was going for runs. Okay, Vian Mulder was someone who restricted, but still he didn't give a promise of a bowler that would take wicket. So Tadiso Rabada will only be leading the path of the bowlers. I think so. And Martho Jansen, which is all round steals. With the Martho Jansen with the ball, sometimes to lead runs too. But yes, seen on the overall note, I think South Africa would be able to make the third to the semi-finals. On given day, they can beat Australia. England, yes, they can beat them. So they can make a third to the semi-final, but I think they will make it to the semi-finals as the second team only. First team leading the path would be Afghanistan.
Yes,
So
Afghanistan.
my,
Yes.
so my two teams to go from Group B is obviously South Afghanistan and South Africa. As this Varad sir has the same teams in them, and
Yes, yes.
despite he had some 25% chance for his favorite Australia as well. Because Australia, we never know which Australia can rise on the day. So he has that hopes for Australia also. We also want to see a new champion because now seeing Australia getting championships over here, ICC is like boring because ऐसा है सर एक जोत है कि अगर इस टाइम अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी जीत जाती तो बाकी के सातों टीमों ने संन्यास लेना चाहिए लीव अबाउट अ सिंगल
Yes,
प्लेयर सातों
yes, yes,
टीमों ने
yes.
संन्यास किया आप इस ऑस्ट्रेलिया से भी चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी नहीं जीत पाते हो because in somewhere Australia should lose, no sir. Every match Australia tournament ICC Australia terms they win, and their players actually are so means they are so ignorant about their wins in ICC because in India we saw India won one World Cup, all the players were on the people were on the
Streets,
road. We were
streets. Yes, yes.
crying. We were celebrating for 2 days. Australia won the World Cup. That Mitchell start now. Mitchell Marsh, thankfully he was out. He was putting his foot on the World Cup and giving pictures. So Australia doesn't care about World Cup. That they say that we have so many trophies now, ICC trophies. So
Yeah, yeah.
we really wish we see a new champion in this Champions Trophy. But yes, my team for Group Bs are South Africa and Afghanistan. So, sir, your closing statements as we conclude this video of short analysis,
Yes, yes,
a
yes.
brief and nice video, which actually
Yes.
gave us a sight of all the team, their history, and what they would do coming into Champions Trophy. Well, this Champions Trophy would be significant because if we take the injured 11 also out of there, that injured 11 is the so strongest team. Like Bumrah, Mitchell Stark, Pat, you name them, and this injury 11 is the more stronger team than actual participating team. So this Champions Trophy has a unique significance in itself. So your closing statement.
Yes, South Africa, like they will qualify for the semi-finals. I would like to see Madden Marker bowling some 2 to 4 overs, not completely 10 overs, because in on one side you have got Shamsi with the left-arm Chinaman, and for him, like left-arm off spinner, it doesn't sound a great combination. Like why not to just give couple of overs to Markram? South Africa, like they have a strong team. Like even if they have lost ODIs by ODIs, series per series, they can peak. But this ICC Champions Trophy, I would like to say, this Champions Trophy was actually scheduled in 2021, but it was cancelled and was converted into a T20 World Cup 2022. Next year, it was given to the
Yes.
2021, but due to COVID, 2020 edition got into 2022, and then 2021 also there was tournament, and all of a sudden we have got another Champions Trophy after 4 years, which was scheduled 2021. If this gets commercially success, no, then only it will go ahead. It's simple as that. Because next 2029 Champions Trophy is in India. If India wins this, then 100% chance that the next tournament will go ahead. And if we look at the group of death, Afghanistan can top. They can defeat all the three teams, Australia, England, and South Africa as well. South Africa's left arm off spinners, they are going to be key. Rabada can be very expensive. He has got the express pace, but he also proves to be very expensive, concedes more than 65 runs in the 10 over slot as well. Babuma's captaincy is very spot on. If you look at 2023 ODI World Cup, he was marshalling his troops, the way he was monitoring, the way he was placing the fielders. He's a very good captain. Everyone rolls Temba Bavuma like does he deserve a place in the team? But look at his records. Like South Africa under his captaincy, they have qualified for the ICC WTC 2020-2025 captain and final. And in the 8 matches which Bavuma has captain, he has won 7 games. Bavuma is a very good player. He can surprise you on the big stage. So that's it from us. The Group A teams, like from the India group, I would say New Zealand, but can be South Africa, Pakistan as well. But the group of death, South Africa and Afghanistan. But the Australians can also lift this trophy. But like still, 1% is also enough to believe that Australia can win. I will support a little bit, but I will say New Zealand is a favorite to win. A lot of combinations are still there. We will see 2 days time. The tournament is starting from the 19th. Thank you, Anup sir, for joining us. It's like been a very good interaction with you as always. So we'll be back with the next videos. Thank you for watching. Only if you like the video, then only watch. We are not forcing you by any means. This Champions Trophy has a lot left in it still. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.